Good morning, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny 2. All right, folks. So yesterday we got the Destiny 2 development update for 2018. My co-host from Guardian Radio, K-Dub, and I went over it. A link will be in the description to that. But in this video, I want to talk about my top 5 things that I'm most excited for in this development update. Now, there's a lot of things that were covered in this update, and I want to hear from you guys in the comment section what you're looking forward to the most, but also even things you think that were not included that you would like to see included as Destiny 2 evolves over 2018. Now, looking over this entire plan, think about it, guys. The Taken King revolutionized Destiny 1. People are so quick to forget that Destiny 1 needed some serious work. Then the Taken King came out and everything got a lot better. What I'm reading into this plan right here is they're kind of, and I can't even come up with a witty word for it, but Taken Kingizing the game, but not all at once. It looks like they want to roll this thing out over the course of 2018. And one thing I want to touch on before the top 5, which is all about Crimson Days. And Crimson Days is going to be starting on February 13th. Well, it looks like when we saw the first images, all right, everything is going to be through Eververse. People are going to have to pay for everything they want. No, well, if you read the update, pretty much everything is going to be, well, they've changed things so that, and I knew they were going to change it. Change things so that by playing and doing activities within the game, you're more than likely going to get everything that you want from Crimson Days. Like some of the examples, completing Nightfall, Raid, and Crimson Days milestones during Crimson Days will reward you an exclusive legendary emote, weapon skin, and exotic sparrow, respectively. Players will earn double engrams at level up, 1 Crimson Engram and 1 Illuminated Engram for the duration of the event. Crimson Engrams can also drop from completing the Crimson Days match and from completing Crimson Days milestones on each character, and each Crimson Engram is strongly weighted to new rewards when decrypted until all new event items have been obtained. So coming in at number 5 for myself, I'm excited for the Heroic Strike playlist to get modifiers, and they said that's going to be coming in the spring of 2018. Safe to say, in Destiny 1, it was something I really enjoyed because it made them different every week. It's, right now the Heroic Strike playlist, all right, they're just a little bit harder. But what if they start throwing in burns? Throw a Rainbow Burn. Throw in things like, remember Small Arms and Specialist? I mean, obviously it would change because we have Kinetic and we have Energy, but Small Arms when your primary weapon was favored. What if they did one where your Kinetic weapon was favored and then your Energy and your Power got nerfed a little bit? But things like Catapult, where you just got grenades galore. Remember Daybreak? Reduced cooldowns of everything. Remember Grounded, where literally if you jump in the air, you get one-shotted by everything. So the fact that they're adding modifiers to the Heroic Strike playlist, I'm all for it. Coming in at number 4 for me is going to be the Exotic Weapon and Armor Balance Pass. And that's where they say exotic weapons and armor are receiving a comprehensive design pass to ensure that they stand out from the rest of the gear and offer new, exciting, powerful ways to play. Because I think we can all agree they definitely need some tuning right now. A lot of the stuff just does not feel exotic. When it comes to armor, my favorites are basically the ones I never take off my characters, which are Orpheus Rig, Lion Rampant, and of course, Ophidian Aspect. You guys let me know in the comment section what your favorite exotics are. But also when it comes to weapons, I'm thinking like the Colony I use a lot, Merciless, Prometheus Lens. Crimson is awesome, it's a lot of fun, but with the introduction of Masterworks, I'm pretty much rocking legendaries all the time because you know what? I'm actually putting myself at a disadvantage in strikes or PvE stuff if I'm not making orbs. Because what do we want? We want to feel powerful, and supers make us feel powerful. We want lots of supers. So for me personally, I'm not really using exotics right now. I'm just using all my masterwork weapons because when I'm doing strikes, doing PvE, or even PvP for that matter, creating orbs, getting more supers. Now, coming in at number 3, it's going to be a plethora of things, but it's going to revolve around one thing, the Crucible. In the spring, a 6v6 is coming back. Mayhem is going to be a limited time event during Season 3 and going forward. And also, we know in the fall, they mentioned all the way at the bottom that Rumble's coming back. But what I think is really important with the Crucible is the whole Crucible rank that's coming. So you've got Valor and you've got Glory. So in the Valor progression system, you win matches and you go up. If you lose, there's no penalty. Glory is a progression system where if you win, you go up, and if you lose, you go down. So performance is how you move up with the Glory section of the Crucible rank. Now with the Crucible rank, I'm happy it's coming because I wanted to appease the hardcore Crucible base. All right, listen, I'm a casual when it comes to Crucible, but I think, you know what, I will jump in there with my friends and, hey, see how far we can get in the rank just as average PvP scrubs. But 6v6, that's what I'm most excited for, folks. I do miss 6v6. Kind of a little tired of the team shooting thing. But one thing I'm kind of curious is, how are they going to do the 6v6 on these maps? Because remember, these maps were meant for 4v4s. Are they going to, well, obviously we're going to get new maps as Destiny 2 evolves over this year, but are we going to get new maps, or can they possibly take some of the maps that we have now and make them larger? I know, like Distant Shores, the remake of Shores of Time, but you could tell it's a little smaller and it's easier to get like from C-Dom to A-Dom and so forth. But can they technically take some of these maps and maybe expand them a little bit? Because I think some of these maps, you know, that are meant for 4s, 6 people on them is just going to be utter chaos. So I'm looking forward to 6s. I wish they mentioned something about skirmish, but at the end they said in the fall they're looking to increase the number of game modes, and they put in Rumble there. I hope Rift comes back. I really miss Rift. That was one of my favorite game modes in Destiny 1. Coming in at number 2 is going to be in the February update. That's going to be strike scoring plus the high score tracking, and the removal of the current time limit mechanic when it comes to the Nightfall. I'm so happy about that. I really enjoyed strike scoring when it came to Destiny 1 when they introduced that with the Dawning in Year 3. Just curious as to how it's all going to come into play with regards to rewards. Because when you read the update, it says the scoring is similar to the Destiny 1 system, but adjustments have been made to emphasize competitive execution of strike objectives and support for player selectable score modifiers. In February, Nightfall high scores will be exposed in-game via new emblems and will unlock rewards. That's what I'm concerned with. What kind of rewards? Are we going to get some sort of strike-specific rewards? Can they do that? Maybe each Nightfall you have a chance at getting something that only comes from the Nightfalls? Emblems are cool, but I don't chase emblems, okay? Do you guys chase emblems? I get a cool emblem, I wear it for about a week, and then I'm off it. I want some weapons, you know, or maybe even some armor pieces. Maybe they could throw that in for certain strikes. When the Nightfall comes around, you have a chance at getting either that weapon or that armor piece. Coming in at number 1 for myself, and if you've been a subscriber to my channel for a while, you already know what that is. That's going to be the Raid Reward Rework. Safe to say right now, there's really not much incentive to do the raids, right? I can't speak for everyone, but I personally love the Leviathan raid, and I really love the raid lair. But when it comes to incentives and carrots for me to chase, they're just really not there, except for the fact that supposedly there's a high drop rate of Masterworks from doing just normal Leviathan. Actually, one Leviathan raid night, I got 4 Masterworks in a row, and then the following week I only got like 1 or something per raid. But if we think back to Destiny 1, especially with Age of Triumph, all the raid armor gave you benefits within the raid, and right now the raid armor does not do that. So they say here, we are updating the raid rewards to make them more unique and interesting. They will now feature mods with raid-specific perks, and we are adjusting the rewards to ensure a raid item drops from each major encounter. The raid vendor will also directly sell Leviathan and Eater of the World's armor and weapons for purchase with raid tokens and legendary shards. Thank God, because I have about 1,000 raid tokens right now. They're also adding a new ghost that has raid-specific perks that has a chance to drop from Leviathan or the Eater of the World's final encounter. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end. And do me a favor, sound off in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. Do me a favor, drop a like in this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube. And that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.